is an action platformer where you play as a bounty-hunting space pirate. Shiver me timbers!
Arr, walk the space plank! You use your trusty dusty handy-dandy grappling hook to swing around swashbuckling decks and pop enemy shielding bubbles. Arr, it's a pirate's life for me!
You can also slow down time for a short while using your belt. You'll need this to get through certain barriers, and it's very handy for helping to dodge the occasional bullet.
You've got your pirate catchphrase, Darren.
Oh, I don't engage in piracy.
Oh, that's probably smart. Otherwise, you'll end up in Davy Jones's locker. Arr! You'll need all your tools and quick hands to chase down your bounty.
Indeed. You start your run by bursting onto a ship riding your anchor. Then you need to go room to room fighting enemies, dodging danger, and picking up sweet, sweet loot.
Oh, I do love a bit of loot. Dazzling doubloons and gorgeous gold. You can use this gold to buy items like health and perks when you find shop rooms. But be aware that these perks only last until you die, unlike the perks you can choose when you begin your run. Perks give you things like extra health, XP, and pickups.
Eventually, after you fight through enough rooms on the ship, you'll reach an end room with a giant golden chest that contains a ghost gem. Feed enough to your little compass goo guy, and he'll help you find your quarry.
You'll need 3 gems for the first bounty, but confession, I never got that far because I never managed to finish 2 ships in a row. After you collect the first ghost gem, you're whisked away to do it all over again on the next ship, and any perks you've purchased or health you've lost carries over. But I never survived long on the second ship.
I definitely think the game needed to be more balanced with healing opportunities. In some rooms, you'll need to defeat several waves of enemies before a chest drops, from which you'll get some gold and maybe 20 health points. It's just not enough, especially when you can hurt yourself and everything.
Absolutely. It's so easy to mess up a really good run on just one tricky room, and that's so disheartening.
You can, however, stack the odds in your favour a little bit. Each ship has a different category which will change its layout and the types of rooms it contains. It can be wise to pick something like Labyrinth first, so you have more rooms to collect gold in before picking one with numerous shops.
Ooh, hot tip, Darren. After you level up a bit, you'll also want to get yourself some more permanent perk slots. And the place to do that is the black market.
Ah, the black market, the perfect place for a scurvy sea dog to make a purchase. Except I didn't find these perks actually affected gameplay that much. I tried using a perk where bombs heal you, along with a perk where you're given bombs after defeating a number of enemies. But I just wasn't given enough bombs to really impact how the game played out.
Yeah, and the perk that gives you an apple which gives you 10 HP when you get onto a new ship is pretty pointless because you so rarely get onto a new ship because the game is so hard. It's just not enough. The one ability that's invaluable, though, is the ability to lock your feet and stand still while aiming your weapon. Before that, your movement and aiming are tied together.
Oh man, that made me so mad. I was all ready to put this game in the bin, and then I finally unlocked that ability and I felt like I could really play the game. I don't know why you don't start with it.
The game does feel like it's meant to be played over and over again. The procedurally generated rooms add a good sense of adventure as you look to see what's behind the next door.
Good point, Darren. And you know, when I stopped worrying about progressing and just focused on exploring and fighting, that's where I had the most fun with this game. It's fast-paced, and when you get your movement right, it feels really tight. Flying about with the grappling hook was particularly satisfying.
Oh, totally. But it did bug me when I felt like I was locked out of new parts of the game. I want to see new things.
Yeah, it's a valid criticism, Rad, but I didn't mind it so much. This feels more like, to me, a warm-up game. Something you play on a Saturday morning on the couch before you play the rest of the games for the day. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
It is super charming and the gameplay is really tight. I just want that progression to be a little bit faster. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 rubber chickens.